The phenomenon of serial killers has both horrified and captivated people worldwide, with the United States playing host to some of the most harrowing cases in criminal history. The worst among them are often evaluated based on their methods, the number of victims, and the terror they instilled in the public. Here, we explore the most notorious serial killers whose chilling acts have left an indelible mark on American society. Ted Bundy. Active in the 1970s, Ted Bundy is one of the most infamous serial killers in U.S. history. Known for his charm and intelligence, Bundy used these attributes to win the trust of his victims, which numbered over 30 young women, although the exact total remains unknown. Bundy was executed in 1989, but his gruesome legacy continues to intrigue and horrify people to this day. Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer, also known as the Milwaukee Cannibal, was responsible for the murders and dismemberment of 17 men and boys between 1978 and 1991. His gruesome practices included necrophilia and cannibalism. Dahmer's horrifying acts shocked the world, and he was beaten to death by a fellow prison inmate in 1994. John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy, dubbed the Killer Clown, assaulted and murdered at least 33 young men and teenage boys in the 1970s. Gacy would lure his victims under the guise of work or parties at his home, where he would then murder them and hide their bodies in his crawl space. Gacy was executed in 1994, leaving behind a legacy of terror that still haunts the country. Gary Ridgway. Known as the Green River Killer, Gary Ridgway was convicted of 49 murders, making him one of America's deadliest serial killers. Operating in Washington during the 1980s and 1990s, Ridgway preyed on women and girls. He evaded capture for decades until advances in DNA technology helped law enforcement link him to multiple murders. Sentenced in 2003, Ridgway's murderous spree remains a dark chapter in American criminal history. Aileen Wuornos. One of the few female serial killers to gain infamy, Aileen Wuornos killed 7 men in Florida between 1989 and 1990, claiming they had attempted to rape her while she was working as a prostitute. Wuornos's troubled life and her actions sparked debates on issues ranging from the treatment of sex workers to the death penalty. She was executed in 2002. Richard Ramirez. Nicknamed the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez terrorized Los Angeles from 1984 to 1985. His crimes, which included murder, rape, and burglary, were particularly brutal and random, striking fear into the heart of Angelenos. Captured in 1985 thanks to vigilant citizens, Ramirez was convicted of 13 murders and sentenced to death, though he died of natural causes in 2013 while still on death row. Albert Fish. Albert Fish was one of the most vile and despicable serial killers in the early 20th century, known for his horrific crimes against children. Fish confessed to 3 murders, although he is suspected of many more. His acts of cannibalism and assorted atrocities made him one of the most gruesome figures in criminal history. Fish was executed in 1936. David Berkowitz. Also known as the Son of Sam, David Berkowitz carried out a series of shootings in the summer of 1976, terrorizing the citizens of New York City. Berkowitz claimed 6 lives and wounded several others, stating he was following orders from a demon. His capture alleviated the fear that gripped New York, and Berkowitz was sentenced to multiple life sentences. The horrors wrought by these individuals are a somber reminder of the potential for darkness within humans. Their stories continue to fascinate and repulse in equal measure, serving as stark warnings of the capabilities for cruelty and the importance of vigilance, empathy, and justice in society. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more pure evil.